All right, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here in Foley Square. It's about 90 degrees today. It's Thursday, July 6th, 2023. We're covering the Southern District of New York courthouse and also the state courthouses and also the UN. I'll get to that. But what we can say is that the case of the 4 insider trading cases announced, I guess, last week, the one that got the most play was the guys who invested in a SPAC that was buying Trump Media, aka Truth Social. Well, their case has been wheeled out to Judge Lyman, and they have their arraignment and first proceeding on July 20th, and we will be covering it. Now, in the world of crypto, Eddie Alexandre, formerly of Emini FX, he's had some big pretrial proceedings, then finally he pled guilty. Now he wants a substantially below guideline sentence before being deported to Haiti. We're going to report on the sentencing because there was a lot of money lost, but maybe the guidelines are too high. That's what his former prosecutor, defense attorney, says. In other crypto news, yesterday, exclusively, we covered the magistrate's court into which a man named Eugene Austin showed up in a t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. But he's apparently a well-known fraudster. His son has already pled guilty, although it was a different son than was in his house in Port Jefferson. It's a long story. You have to look it up. He was released on $1 million bond, but without the GPS bracelet. Maybe he's getting it today. Nobody can quite be sure. Zilberberg trial has begun. Zilberberg and the Park Avenue Bank, now defunct. We're covering that trial. We have a story up. Speaking of banks, French banks, 5 of them, including most notably Crédit Agricole, have been outed for funding the Burma, some call it Myanmar, junta, which is locking up and going after journalists. Of course, in the UN, they don't say anything about these French banks because France is a permanent member of the Security Council. Therefore, Guterres says nothing. Sadly, Haiti, on which he went and said nothing about the UN bringing cholera, yesterday the UN's expert in Haiti human rights, and Mr. O'Neill, gave a press conference inside the UN in the room Inner City Press is banned from, and there were only 2 questioners, and it was entirely pro forma. It was just unbelievable that the UN can kill people and people can be dying and nobody cares at the UN. But we've applied to re-enter. To be continued.